Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back to another epic online battle on a custom map on Total War Warhammer. Today we have a awesome siege battle on the City Siege map. It's a 2v2 battle between me, Pixelated Apollo, Indie Pride and his faithful orc ally, so it should be really fun. I mean, my god, look at this map. I'm pretty sure these are statues of Sigmar and this city reeks of Sigmar. It just looks glorious. I mean, look at it right now. It looks absolutely amazing and I'm so pumped for just each one of these custom battles I do. Just really do look amazing, and it really does. You know, as you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of Warhammer, and playing these maps and playing these battles have really kind of revitalized my love for Warhammer itself. So what we'll do is we'll run through the map, we'll run through the army comps, and then we'll get straight to the battle. If you want to skip this and just jump straight to the battle, you don't really care and you just want to see some fighting, there'll be a timestamp in the description. Go there, click it, and it will skip you straight to the battle. But we'll run through by looking at the map first. So at the beginning, I'm pretty sure these are statues of Sigmar. I'm not 100% sure, so please do correct me if I am wrong, and I apologize. But I think these are like statues of Sigmar, which look pretty fucking cool if that is the case, because he is an absolute beast. So we have this entry ramp right here where the enemies spawn, and they push up here into kind of this little open area. So it's nice to see that how the modders are getting around not being able to create gates. They just kind of create this terrain boost. And I mean, a lot of these maps as well do really remind me of the old Medieval 2 maps, where they've kind of had to I guess create a fortress with the terrain instead of, you know, importing assets and stuff. So it really does remind me of that. Then as we push forward up the ramp, we have a pretty huge Empire city right here. We go pretty much going the entire way around the back of the city. However, you can pretty much completely neglect that. Even though you do have some entrances up here, these aren't really like main entrances. Once you push up here, you still have to come all the way around. So I guess if you're going to use these side entrances, it's to kind of outflank the defenders at the initial fighting point. Then the kind of the defenses as we move up towards the keep, we have this ramp, this same ramp on either side of the map. This is pretty much identical as we push up and make our way up here. Then as you fight over this little square, you push up to the final layer where you can hold the defense, where you've got a nice little open field here as you finally push forward into, I guess this is like a church to Sigmar maybe, I'm not sure. Please do let me know in the comments what this is supposed to be. Unfortunately, you can't get in it. I'm pretty sure it's a no movement zone. However, it would have been sick if we could have moved in here and like had our final fight in between this. That would have looked really cool. And there is also a place around the back here which you can move up through these woods and kind of assault the enemy forces. So this could be a really good position to have if you've got some vanguard units or something, which you can hide here for pretty much for most of the battle, and then just bring them in towards the end to kind of, you know, surprise the enemy and take them off guard as you're fighting over this huge courtyard. So that is the map. It looks really great, and I was, as I said, really happy to fight this battle. If you guys have any replays on custom maps that you guys want to send in, then please do that on Warhammer. If you do send them in, just get a replay and send it to the email which is in the description of this video. Obviously, just try and make it a custom map. Let me know what custom map it is so I can get it myself, so the replay works. As well as that, if you're using any other mods, then please do let me know so I can get them as well, so again the replay works. Also, give me a little description of how the battle goes. Don't obviously spoil it for me, but, you know, just let me know, you know, if it's a 2v2 and what factions are involved and stuff like that. But please do only send in like interesting, fun, exciting battles. Don't just, you know, you shit stomping someone. No one wants to see that. You know, so please do make it kind of close, interesting, fun battles where the battle could go either way. So that is the city. Let's run through the army comps and then we'll get straight into it. I'll try and run through these army comps pretty quickly, but as I said, if you want to skip this, just go click the timestamp in the description. So on my front line, I have 4 units of these Empire swordsmen. I wanted to use these as more of just a grunt shield, and again, I guess I feel like I need to mention this as well, so apologies, it's a long intro. But, you know, whenever I play these battles, I don't try and actively be the best player I could possibly be, you know, bringing the most optimal units. I bring units which I think will be really cinematic and make the battle look interesting. So if you're looking for tactics, this isn't a battle for you, or at least my channel probably isn't for you, because I'm just bringing units to make stuff look cool, to make stuff feel more like realistic, like it would actually happen in a battle in Warhammer. So again, I just feel like I should mention that for those guys who are like, because I still, quite a few people commented in the last episode saying how, you know, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Like, I'm not about that life, so I'm just here to kind of create a cool looking scenario. So let's go. Army comp. 4 units of swordsmen. I have a captain here. He has been ordered to lead the men by Cole Franz to hold this front gate and give his life to defend it. As we move back, we have some of Sigmar's sons, the Regiment of Renown, looking great. We also have a unit of spearmen to help kind of counteract any trolls that move in. Then as we go back, we have Apollo's main line of Eternal Guard. These beautiful looking elves will help support me. And supporting them, we have a couple units of these Treekin, who are being led by Durfu back here. Again, Durfu just looks so good with his amber sword right there. I think that is absolutely spectacular, and his animations are sick. Then we have a steam tank, some handgunners over there. We have a bright wizard. We have Cole Franz on Deathclaw, who's going to be doing plenty of damage this battle. Again, an amazing model right now. They definitely nailed Deathclaw and Cole Franz for sure. That looks great. Then as we move back over here, Apollo does have some archers supporting his main line as well. I think these guys are the Deepwood Scouts. I know these are Glade Guard, but he does also have some Deepwood Scouts as well somewhere. So then if we make our way back up this main line to our second layer of defense, I have 2 units of Knights of the Blazing Sun, who are an amazing looking cavalry unit. I think their shields look so nice, especially this model of the shield. I think that looks great. It really, really does, obviously with their blazing jousting weapons as well. Then as we move back, we kind of come to my final group of defenders. We have 2 units of these halberdiers, 2 units of handgunners up here, and then if we move up to the third layer, I have a couple more units of halberdiers, and then my kind of reserve vanguard unit, these 3 units of great swords. I was going to say Empire soldiers with the great swords, but you know, they're just great swords. So I have 3 units of great swords there, and then finally, if we look in the far distance, I have another 2 units of great swords back there, getting ready to defend if the time calls on them. Then if we move back the rest of Apollo's army, we have some more Wildwood Rangers and a Spell Singer right there to the left, which you probably just took a glimpse of. I also have 2 units of Hellstorm rocket batteries as well, which can actually hit the enemy from here. It was awesome to see that they can just literally unleash a volley, so we'll stick with them at the beginning of the battle to see the damage they do. Apollo also brought 3 units of Great Eagles, another unit of Treekin back there, and he has 2 units of Eternal Guard, along with some archers, which he has managed to put up on here. Again, I think I mentioned this in the when I was talking about the map, but it was really cool to see that he's kind of created terrain as walls, and you can actually get men up here, so it kind of acts as like a wall. Unfortunately, obviously, you can't have siege equipment or anything coming up to here, but it's still cool nonetheless to see these archers up here, which will be shooting down off these walls at the enemy lines. That's really cool. So that's our defending force. If we look at the enemy force really quickly as we go outside, we have some Night Goblins to begin our ranks. As we move over here, we have some Night Goblins, and we have some Savage Orc Biguns over here, which are obviously a very ferocious unit. They have the ward save. As well as that, we also have is this a Besticore? Is it Besticore? No, Gorbeast, sorry. A Gorbeast Chariot, and these guys look ferocious as hell. It's not really a unit you see too much, but I mean, they look dangerous. So basically, it's like a silverback gorilla covered in, like, imagine a silverback gorilla covered in this armor. That is something you do not want to mess with, that is for sure. Then we have some giants along with black orcs. We've got some more night goblins up here and 2 hell cannons, which get some amazing hits. Indie Pride uses direct control, and he does unleash hell. We've got a orc shaman there, another giant. We've got some chaos warriors with great weapons, some more black orcs as we go down the battle line. Some chosen with great weapons, some aspiring champions. We've got some chaos trolls as well as 2 chaos giants. And then finally we have what even is this? This is a manticore, yes, of course, along with some orc biguns and some a big boss over there and some other orcs. So yeah, let's get this goddamn battle started. So we'll start this battle from watching my not my hell cannons, my Hellstorm rocket battery unleash a volley. So yeah, let's get this battle started. Fire, boys! They're loading up, and it's so awesome that they can see the enemy. So they're going to start this battle off by unleashing a volley, and it's going to be getting some nice direct hits off on these black orcs as they are trying to advance up this ramp. You can see as they move up. But luckily, the Hell Cannon Blast actually missed my battle line. However, Indie Pride, after seeing that, does decide to start using it himself. And he is going to be a brutal, brutal shot. I'm not sure if I think this one misses. However, no, this one gets a direct hit. And that was actually him controlling the Hellstorm Battery. Not the Hell Cannon, sorry. It's early in the morning, so give me a break, guys. But yeah, that did so much damage, as you can see. Luckily, this shot does miss, goes overhead. But yeah, the swordsmen are already down to 101 health. So Apollo has moved up his archers now. His elves are getting ready to advance up, and these guys are going to start hitting the enemy line as they advance up the hill. The elves are going to be doing what they do best and just volleying at the enemy. Oh, that looks great. That looks so nice. I goddamn love the elves. They look so clean. And they are just going to be volleying at the enemy advance up here, as well as the Hell Cannon continues to be a massive nuisance shooting overhead. Luckily, every shot that misses, I kind of count my blessings, and I'm super happy. But I mean, let's just zoom out for a second and witness this. Another Hell Cannon shot just missed. But I mean, just look at this map right now. And this is just the first goddamn stage that's going on. You know, this is just our outer defense. And look how epic this is with the huge statues, this massive ramp. We've got the giants moving up, the Chaos Warriors moving up here. It looks absolutely great with the Hellstorm Battery unleashing hell. The elves shooting as best they can. And there we go. The first melee engagement has kicked off. I noticed that my swordsman did not have any bonuses in defense, so I decided just to charge them and get that charge bonus. However, they are up against the Black Orc, so that's going to be a dangerous fight for them. We got the elves advancing as well. Look at this elven advance. Look how sick this elven advance looks as they just come and join the battle, as we got archer fire coming overhead. Oh my god. This is what Warhammer is all about right here, and these custom maps make this possible. Just make these battles, just these environments seem so interesting. And as you guys know, I was never a huge fan of Warhammer. I felt like the battles were too quick, and as you can see, this is a 30-minute battle. As well as that, I just felt like the terrain was just kind of too meh. But with these custom maps, I feel like it's just completely revitalized my love for Warhammer. It makes the battles feel so much more interesting and exciting, and I think these mod tools are best thing that could have happened to Warhammer. I really, really do. So I'm not sure if I miscast this, because I'm pretty sure I didn't place this there, but my Bright Wizard just cast a spell on the back of my line. I'm not sure if that was deliberate or not, but that definitely didn't help me. I'm going to be pushing up my Sigmar sons into the battle because they were getting shot to pieces by the enemy line. As well as that, I'm going to be moving up my spearmen to help out Apollo's Eternal Guard over here, because this giant is just ripping my men apart, especially when he's got support from the Black Orcs as well. That's not going to be great. As you can see, Apollo is focusing down the enemy giant there with his archers, so that's going to be a really good idea there. The Treekin are now coming in as well, supporting their soldiers, but this giant is causing us a huge nuisance right now. Luckily, Apollo's archer fire is great. That Empire soldier just got smashed, no head now, just lobbed down for the orcs to eat apart. Luckily, these archers are doing a great amount of damage though. Lots of the arrows are bouncing off, but a lot of them are finding their target and doing huge HP damage right there. So that is great. We've got another Hell Cannon hit, luckily missing right there. But it looks like there was some magic placed down here, maybe a vortex spell, which did do a lot of damage. So how the Elven Archer's doing? What does it look like from the Elven Archer point of view? That does look pretty great. Oh my god, just look at that battle line as the elves just volley over. That looks spectacular with the giant. Cole Franz is moving up. I think we have some eagles over here. Oh, we have Ozog on his wyvern. We've got an eagle, I think, running away from the battlefield. Is Cole Franz himself going to get involved in this battle? Yeah, he is indeed. He has gone deep into the enemy line. As well as that, Sigvolt is also here, fighting hard. Cole Franz is pushed in, though. I think Cole Franz looks so great. And I'm not sure if my magic messed up again, because I'm pretty sure I didn't cast this. But we've got a Flaming Skull just ripping through my battle line here. And that like kind of routed a lot of our soldiers. So because of that, like my left flank completely routed. And here we go. We've got the siege tank in the background trying to shoot at this giant. We got the elves shooting at it. The Chaos Troll is advancing. Bring it down, Legolas. And it just gets smashed, ripping through that front line. Luckily though, the steam tank did manage to find a direct hit and push it down to the ground. It's going to get back up, but that kind of gave these elves some breathing room to whip out their swords and start fighting these Chaos Chosen. However, they're not going to stand around for much longer. These Chosen are going to rip through them like a hot knife into butter, and that is not going to be great. You can already see me and Apollo are starting our retreat. We've got Durfu advancing back. I'm also doing exactly the same. I did bring up some handgunners to help out, but our frontal assault has been destroyed now. We are no longer holding this, so Apollo is leaving a few units back. We've got some archers as well who are still shooting, some Eternal Guard remaining in this engagement, but we are falling back. The Treekin are thankfully still sticking around, but they are up against Great Weapon Chaos Warriors and Sigvolt himself. So, as I said, it is only going to be a matter of time until this front gate has broken. We've got the Giants moving through. I think the Chaos Trolls have also been brought up somewhere along this line. Yeah, the Chaos Giants are just being brought up now to deal with these Treekin. And the sound is messing up a little bit, so apologies for that. I think the replays is a little bit glitchy at the moment with these custom siege battles. We've got a Giant just overwatching the battlefield, which is kind of like what he can do. As well as this, we've got some Eternal Guard back here who are fighting hard against the Black Orcs and the Chaos Giant. These are brave, brave elves. I will give them that. Oh, and I just love the backdrop of this. It's just such a more exciting field, which we can use. You know, you can actually fight in between all of these houses. There's loads of streets. So in this battle, I'm probably like a 3v3 battle with 40 units each. Might be like what you need to have a full-on epic battle. Because I felt like there was a lot of room me and Apollo didn't really use in this engagement. The elves are running back in. They are so brave. They are ready to die for Durfu if that is what he orders them to do. And that's exactly what they're doing. Trying to fight this Giant? No way. Giant looks crazy. Oh my god, he's breathing on them now as they try and run away. That is not great whatsoever. So yeah, the entire like kind of initial defense has been overwhelmed now. The Treekin are still fighting, which is impressive, but everyone else is getting wrecked. We've got the Hellstorm battery still shooting. So I guess the longer they hold, the Treekin hold them in place, the better it is for my Hellstorm rocket battery, but it's only a matter of time, as I've been saying. Sorry, I've said that word so many times. You know, it's only a time until they advance. And oh my god, this statue has actually been destroyed as well. Look at that. I've only just noticed that. The statue has actually only just been destroyed. And my Knights of the Blazing Sun are rallying down. They're starting to advance down the hill. And they're turning on their Lancers. Flame on. And let's go. Into the Black Orcs. They're going to be charging down. Ripping through their line. That is brutal. They are obviously up against the Chaos Giant though. So I'm going to be getting them the hell out of there. I just wanted them to get a downward charge. That stinky breath is going to be holding some of these guys in place, so it's going to make it harder for them to run away. But I think overall, as they just continue to trample the Black Orcs, overall that was a good exchange for me. You know, these guys didn't really lose any health, and we managed to get a nice charge off on the enemy line, which I feel like was pretty good indeed. So on this left flank, you can see it, we are in complete retreat now as the enemy lines advance forward. And if we take a look at the actual the man count, you can see we had 4,000 men to begin with. That was mainly because I brought a lot of weak units just to kind of boost up numbers, because this map was really big. Oh, as the Chaos Giants, and the Chaos Trolls, sorry, tear through these spearmen. Why am I not looking? You poor warriors. I apologize for my poor micro. Yeah, these Chaos Trolls are having a field day here, killing our units we're not paying attention to. But yeah, we outnumbered them pretty heavily. Obviously, this was mainly because Indie Pride brought a ton of like monster units, I guess, and aspiring champions. So because of that, there's not really a huge Chaos force. So we definitely had, you know, quantity, but the quality was definitely on the enemy side. You can see I'm popping down some spells here to help destroy some of these Black Orcs, and I'm doing a pretty good job of it right now. I also have some crossbowmen who are situated over here. I'm hoping that these guys will be able to shoot down on the enemy as they advance. They kind of have like a perfect arc as the enemy break through this line and move up. As well as that, we also have some enemy orcs using this side passage to come round, but at this point they kind of didn't really need to do that. Apollo still has some soldiers who are routing. These Treekin are falling back. They're like kind of woundedly walking off now by the looks of it. They look pretty destroyed. and the giants are doing plenty of damage. If these archers could turn around and start shooting, that would be great, but I think me and Apollo have just not really paid too much attention to them. As the enemy advance, my halberds are fighting hard to hold this line, charging in to the side. And yeah, I think the battle sounds have gone now at this point, so apologies. It's like really faint. I'm not sure. It's obviously messing up with the replay, so apologies. There's not like a ton of battle sounds, but the Black Orcs are pushing forward now. For some reason, I have my handgunners involved in melee. I have no idea why that is the case, and I've also pushed my halberds into the flank, trying to do as much damage. I was kind of expecting this Chaos Troll to be up here. That's why my halberds are really here. As you can see, the enemy advance right here. We have a Hell Cannon pushing up, along with the Gore Beast chariots as well, with the Wyvern and the Manticore as well, making their way up. Hold firm, Sons of Sigmar. I should have really brought a Warrior Priest here. I think the Manticore going to drop down and do some damage to my main line. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. The entire music is just cut off now. I really don't know why. Oh no, the music's back. That's good. I think the sound's a little bit messed up. But this Manticore is going to come down and hit these handgunners. It's smart by Indie Pride to do this. This is going to do, kind of whittle down a lot of my missiles. However, it does now enable my crossbows, who are shooting from up on this little wall part over here. The crossbows now can have something to shoot at and start rattling through their ammunition. At least I did just see one volley come in. Maybe they're going to stop shooting now. But at least they were shooting at one point. So I'm just going to run my men away. Cole Franz himself has come down to defend his men like the brave warrior he is. Charging down on Deathclaw onto this Manticore, sending it back to the Dark Abyss. The Gore Beast chariots have come in now, ripping through my line. The handgunners who are here just stand no chance whatsoever. The halberds might be able to do something against these guys, but it's very, very dangerous. Oh, the Gore Beasts are so strong. Look at them right now. That is brutal. Chaos Giant still holding. How is Apollo holding on his left flank right now? Let's take a look at the elves. See what they're doing. They do have a nice kind of... All they have to do is really hold the enemy line in place and let these archers just shoot to their heart's content until they run out of ammunition. By the looks of it, Apollo has moved up his Treekin along with his Eternal Guard to help out fight against... Who is he fighting? He's fighting against Chaos as well. So Indie Pride and his Orc ally has kind of split up their forces together, which is pretty smart. So Apollo is defending against these giants, and yeah, the music is kind of completely cut off now. So maybe I'll put in my own music here just to kind of make it still a bit more interesting. But it's the battle sounds as well have cut off, so that's kind of weird. Hopefully that is a known issue and they'll fix it soon, because we want to hear the men screaming as they fight. But there isn't too long left of this replay, only 17 minutes, which I guess for Warhammer is a decent amount of time. That's normally like 2 battles right there for Warhammer. This giant is ripping through the enemy lines. The Treekin are going to be meeting them though, and Durthu himself is going to be advancing in. Durthu is actually fighting Sigvold, which is actually pretty dangerous because Sigvold is an absolute beast. Durthu is full health though, and Sigvold is getting low, I guess, as Durthu runs his sword into the ground using his roots and all to try and do as much damage to the main line as possible. Yeah, I really don't know why this is weird after hearing music for like 15 minutes to now not hearing anything. This is weird. This is very weird. The Savage Orcs pushing on. The Eternal Guard though are holding their line. We can get a nice little shot of this. Oh, but the giant is in the back of the main line right here, as he's just tearing through them as the rest of the Orcs move up along with their Chaos Brethren. Luckily though, we do have these awesome looking two-handed Elven units in reserve, ready to be moved in if the time calls for it. Oh, that's dangerous as hell. I mean, I'm not sure if Apollo is going to be able to hold this line. He is starting to run a little bit thin on soldiers, especially with this giant here as well. Luckily, the Treekin are sturdy units, but look at all this still in reserve. We've still got an entire another giants and Black Orcs and Trolls. But again, the elves are using their advantage. Oh, the eagles are coming. The eagles are coming. And here they come. Are they going to kind of dive bomb or what? Yeah, they're dive bombing right here into the back line. Are they dive bombing? I'm not sure. I think they're going back to the lines back here. Yeah, the eagle's going to come back here, try and charge down. This is pretty risky. As you can already see, it's fallen brother. Maybe that's why it came into the engagement. It saw its fallen eagle go down, and it's in anger right now, charging in. The Chaos Trolls are going to be surrounding it though and doing plenty of damage, so that is pretty scary. If we go back to my front line now, you can see that I have been overwhelmed. My front line has now gone on that second layer, and I've had to push in my steam tank now, which is going to be trying to do as much damage as possible. Luckily, the steam tank will fight to the death. It is unbreakable, so that is good to know, and he is going to be here supporting my main line. As well as that, I've brought up some great swords as well. So that is going to be a pretty potent force. I've held back these great swords till now, and oh my god, look at these warriors getting chucked away. They're going flying down. Look at that. They're getting smashed to the abyss. This tank is going in right now, just sending man after man back down the hill. That is awesome. They're just not giving two fucks, and now the halberds have supported. They're pushing forward and trying to break these Chaos Warriors whilst they can. As the tank is this tank is going in. Look at it. It's just mowing down these routing units. However, the next layer of orcs have formed up now, and the orc boar biggins are going to be charging in. Luckily, I do have halberds here, but they're not in a stationary defensive position, so the orc boar biggins are going to rip through them and do a huge amount of damage on that charge. Hopefully our soldiers can hold firm though, and do remember I do still have some great swords in reserve. I've also got a unit of great swords, or my handgunners I've pushed over to help out Apollo, and I also have Cole Franz as well, who is sitting here ready to move in and rally his men if the time does come. However, Indie Pride has brought up his Hell Cannon now, and this Hell Cannon, if he can get into a good position, can do a tremendous amount of damage, because there's very little I can use to go fight him. I guess I could send Cole Franz, but obviously there's a Chaos Giant down there, there's a Manticore, and there's a Wyvern down here? Or are they both two Manticores? Oh yeah, I think we have two Manticores here as well, so it's going to be dangerous for Cole Franz to go that deep, for sure. But this steam tank, I did not realize how good this steam tank did, as we have the best of the gore beasts go in, ripping through my halberds. Luckily, they didn't keep on going. We slowed down the chariots now, which is kind of good. However, they are still making ground. This has given us a great chance to just start shooting them and start doing damage to them. Because once the chariots are slowed up, they really aren't that great, even though they're trying their best to push through and make it into the back of my line. As that Hell Cannon just keeps on moving around. That scares me so much, just seeing the Hell Cannon move around. If we go back to Apollo's side and see what's happening over here, he's having to move up the rest of his reinforcements. I think he just moved in his really elite archers. Oh yeah, he's already moved in his elite swordsmen, along with a unit of my great swords, and my Knights of the Blazing Sun have also gone in to help him, because Apollo was struggling. He called me over here and he was like, Jackie, I need men, I need soldiers to help hold this line. So the Knights of the Blazing Sun were willing to give their lives to hold this back, and that's exactly what they're doing. The Giant is still causing a huge amount of issues. Hopefully my jousting lancers can do damage. Durfu has managed to push back Sigvolt, but Sigvolt, I guess, has been given back some health through the magic. I think Indie Pride does have some mages over here somewhere, so maybe he's just regained his HP, which is completely understandable. Yeah, it's like we're playing on slow-mo or something. It's really weird that the sound's just completely gone. So apologies for this again. Hopefully my music has made it okay, but there's no battle sounds either, so it's really, really weird. Really, really weird. Knights of the Blazing Sun are fighting hard on this front line, doing plenty of damage. Some more Eternal Guard are having to be brought up. As well as that, we've also brought up a unit of my Hellstorm Battery. They do have a perfect vision of this battle right there. Oh, that looks cool as hell. As the men are fighting hard with the Treekin as well. So hopefully these guys will get some good shots off. Cole Franz, along with the Eagles, are moving around. I wanted to get Cole Franz round this back side and hit some of these Hell Cannons, which are situated back here, because I felt like that was causing me huge amounts of issues. The Hell Cannon's shooting, so I realized I managed to push back the Chaos Forces, and I did not want this Hell Cannon to keep shooting. So I'm going to be dispatching a unit of my Halberds or Great Swords to go deal with these, but they do still have some Chaos Chosen to deal with as well, as they charge into my front line here. And these guys are going to be hard. I think the Great Swords are going to be moving forward to deal with these guys. Yeah, the Great Swords are going to be dealing with these guys, and they are a good match for them. But I also need to dispatch a unit to go deal with this Hell Cannon, because if this gets a shot through the side of these guys, I'm pretty much finished. Because at this time in the battle, you know, the battle is extremely close. It's kind of in our favor, but not really. If you look at how many men we have, as the Gorby's chariots just rip through the back of my line which is not good at all. Yeah, if you look at it, you look how many men we had more than them to begin with and how close it is now. They've definitely done a good job at closing the battle off and making it extremely close. Has Cole Franz managed to get onto that Hell Cannon yet? Not quite yet. I think he's... Where is Cole Franz anyway? He's somewhere... Oh, he's gone over here to help out maybe? I think he's just being a bit of a nuisance in the back line here. Durfu has pushed forward and he's actually... Oh, Durfu is just 1v1ing this Chaos Giant. That's awesome. Go Durfu, go. I mean, Durfu should be a good match for this Chaos Giant, along with the Trolls as well. That might go against him, but overall, I think he's going to do a good job here for sure. If we look at the HP, we can see that, yeah, he's definitely doing damage to this Chaos Giant, but when the addition to the Aspiring Champions is going to make it kind of difficult for him. The Knights of the Blazing Sun are helping out, pushing forward along with my great swords. We're doing great amount of damage here, but Sigmar is also doing a great amount of damage. He's back up to full health now, and he's being pushed back into this engagement, and that's going to be scary, especially with the addition of these Chaos Trolls, who are just ripping my front line apart, along with Apollos as well. It's going to be very dangerous. And Durfu has to be very careful here, because if he gets surrounded, he can die very, very quickly against these Aspiring Champions. Knights of a Blazing Sun though. What I maybe should have done here was just, bring them out, advance them back in, bring them out, advance them back in. But I didn't really want to do that. I just wanted to advance them in and charge them in. Oh, Sigmar is just getting deep in the line. Wait, did Sigmar just go down? Yeah, he got hit to the floor. That must not be... Sigmar must not be very happy there, because that probably got him kind of bloody. And, Sigmar does not like to be dirty. So he's surrounded by great swords right now, which is great. But it's only going to be a matter of time until he breaks free. He is so huge as well. He's like the size of a Chaos Troll almost. And again, he's getting knocked to the ground. So my Greatswords are doing an amazing job here. Some of my Knights being routed from the battlefield, which is not good. If we go back to my main line, you can see that I have managed to destroy one of these Hell Cannons. I think Cole Franz has managed to do that. Where even is Cole Franz right now? Let's find him on the battlefield. So Cole Franz has done a good job at defeating one of the Hell Cannons, I believe. Silencing that, which is great. I don't actually know where Cole Franz is right. Oh yeah, he's in the mix here, fighting hard against the enemy line. I don't really know why I sent him in. Maybe Cole Franz wanted to try and turn the battle in our favor by charging in. By the looks of it, he's just getting surrounded and destroyed. So this wasn't a very smart tactical move by me at all. But he is going to be in here fighting. It does also allow my men up here to really clean up the Chosen they're fighting. They've also managed to overwhelm this Chaos Cannon as well, which is great, because that does silence it from shooting. And I imagine like one Hell Blast from that could really just make us lose the battle. I think also my Siege Tank as well is holding firm, which is absolutely great. But the Chaos Chosen are just, doing what they do best, and that's just killing. They are a very potent force, and this is being, like, we need to break this unit. Cole Franz is using his own body to kind of hold back the enemy line, but I think we have managed to break them now, which is great. Cole Franz has managed to do his job, and he's trying to run away because of it. I think he did just get Spirit Leeched by the Metal Sorceress, which is over there. But yeah, breaking these Chosen Great Weapons has been good for us for sure. And Cole Franz is going to fall back there for now. If we speed up the battle a little bit, because not too much happens at the moment whilst everyone's just kind of advancing forward. I'm not sure if I could have actually destroyed this cannon. That could have been a really smart idea if I destroyed this cannon before the... like if you can actually right click on it and you can like maybe stop doing damage to it or something. Because I know you can shoot it to death and it destroys it. If you get a good like cannon hit, you can help to actually destroy the Hell Cannon. But it does look gross. Look at it. That does look very, very disgusting right there. Not nice one bit. So my men are currently reforming here as we got more Chaos Warriors coming up. Cole Franz has obviously fallen back right now. I think the main engagement is happening over here as Apollo is pushing forward and fighting Sigmar to the bitter end. But the balance of power is very much shifting in our favor, which is great. If we look at the kills, we can see that we have about 1,500 men, whereas the enemy only have about 1,000. They do have some pretty elite soldiers left. They have obviously this Chaos Troll, some of the Chosen, some Giants, some Trolls back here, which are actually regenerating health, obviously. If we look at I, we can see at the rate. They're slowly but surely gaining a pretty decent amount of health, and they've got 75 kills as well, which is pretty good. these aspiring champions. Only a 4. I've never really seen the aspiring champions do that great, if I'm honest. We have a giant eagle over here fighting against the aspiring champions. Maybe the aspiring champions in all the battles I've fought with them are just doing a great amount of damage. And Durfu has been slain! No! Durfu has been taken down. He lies dead on the battlefield, and the elves are not happy. They are volleying shot after shot right now as the enemy line falls. Sigmar is running from battle. He's going to the dry cleaner to get his uniform cleaned, so he is falling back. So even though Durfu is dead, Sigmar is falling from the battlefield as this giant eagle tries to fly away. Luckily, it does manage to get away. But yeah, the battle is very disjointed right now. Apollo does still have some archers left, and I still have a half-decent battle line, as his Hell Cannon does keep on advancing forward. Cole Franz is very low on HP, so that's not great. But the Steam Tank is still shooting, which is good news for us, for sure. But then we move back to the front line. We have the rest of the York Big Guns advancing forward. This Hell Cannon has now been destroyed. That's exactly what I was talking about. The Hell Cannon being like destroyed like this. Looking pretty gross. So the Halberds are going to be holding this line. But they're just not going to be able to kill the enemy, and the enemy are going to be able to get around the side here and completely envelop the remainder of my forces. Because as you can see, I don't really have a lot of men left now. We've got the Metal Sorcerers up here as well as the Goblin Big Boss. My Bright Wizard is also here fighting hard. There's Cole Franz being pushed into the combat yet. No, Cole Franz is still alive here. And the balance of power is slowly starting to go away from our favour now as well. Luckily, I do have a full strength unit of these great swords who are still in this engagement. But overall, you know, the battle has been extremely close. And if maybe some of these other units were being pushed to fight this battle, it would be a little bit different. But I think this has just been playing this battle was so much fun. Again, if we just take a little zoom out as the battle kind of winds up, there's nothing really too much interesting that happens now. Just a few small units fighting. But yeah, if we just take a zoom out, like, look at this map. It's just so glorious. Even the backdrop is really, really cool. The way we were fighting, like going from that initial frontal defense, holding this battle line right here, was absolutely great. Just like the amount of dead bodies which were slain here, Treekin, goblins, orcs, men, elves. It was so much fun fighting over this. I mean, especially in the wake of these shadows as well of the statues. We got some giants and trolls laying dead there. It was really, really cool. Really, really cool indeed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. We will just let the battle wind up. As I said, there's nothing much that really happens. We just kind of clean up the rest of the enemy force. And I feel like with the sound not being here, it's just not really worth that much watching it. Because it's really annoying. I don't understand why the sound is like messed up as much as it is and not playing. Because it really does kill the immersion of the battle for sure. So yeah, let's just let this battle clean up. We do manage to claim victory, and then we'll look at the unit kills and see who got the most kills. So yeah, as I was saying in the previous battle, if you have any custom battle replays you have with you and your friends, please do send them in to my email, and I'll make sure to take a look at them. And if there's any good ones, I'll make sure to cast them as well. So you know, if you come up against, you know, even if I've done a custom battle before, please don't hesitate to send it in. Obviously, if it's a good battle, don't just send in you like destroying your friends or anything like that. Send in a close battle where, you know, it's interesting and you guys maybe aren't being super tactical but just trying to create a cool battle. And there we go, the music is back. My ears are back to normal, thank God. For some reason, I guess the replay got corrupted or something, because none of these guys have kills, which is unfortunate. But we did manage to claim victory, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that battle. If you did, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.